there's one build.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so moving on. All right, so Mateo, he got a rework actually. So his auto attack got reduced by 30%, but now cleaves. The trait got nerfed by 12.5%. But it should have a higher uptime on multiple targets in team fights. Soul Rip, the healing got nerfed by 18%. Death Shroud, the E ability, the width got increased. Tormented Souls no longer grants armor, and last rites got buffed. The cooldown reduction, the range got increased. The quest credit extends one. Anyway, he got changed.
Big time.
Oh man, you got tired of reading out loud.
Yeah, I
I
did.
know.
So fair.
Well, I'd rather be drinking my wine instead. But all right, so Scott, what do you think about the changes to Mateo?
I like the changes because I don't play them, and I think it's easier to deal with them now. He's definitely weaker solo lane now. You know, he hits significantly less harder. You know, his sustain is less as well. So as long as you start beating on him when he's killed a couple of the minions in the wave, you should be able to trade much better than you are currently on live. And in team fights, he takes away from before when he had tormented souls. He was kind of weak in the team fight until he tormented souls, and then he just became a juggernaut that everybody just wanted to run from. And now with the changes to tormented souls no longer granting armor, the level 13 ability that granted physical armor grants 30 instead of 40. He's a little bit squishier, but he has his auto attack now cleaves so that you can, when tormented souls is down, or if you go the other ultimate, you're able to hit multiple targets and have that higher uptime and just be more functional without tormented souls. And I actually think the other ultimate might be better than tormented souls now.
That's right.
Yeah, that 1.5
so
second. But
Yeah.
he got cleave, and then everything else was nerfed to compensate. Do you think it was too much? I think so. He's the first impressions on Reddit has been rip Malthael.
Soul Rip.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So rip.
he basically, his whole team fight revolved around tormented souls, and now he doesn't need it as much. But then you have the question: is he going to be impactful with the whole rework now that he has more uptime on his trait without it? But does he hit hard enough to justify those nerfs?
So I don't mean to interrupt, but this has really made me laugh. Kron TV said, "When in doubt, assume I am the authority."
This is a listener of ours. You can tell.
Yeah. Anyway,
He'll fit in right in with GankBush.
Yeah, welcome to the Discord, Tron TV. We need you.
Yeah, and also Sliver, a friend of all of ours, I guess, is watching us for the first time. And anyway, I just want to say hi. That's all.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So I learned Malthael about, say, a month ago, and I noticed that spreading his march was actually a huge challenge. His auto attack is really slow, so the cleave is definitely a boost. But they've nerfed the damages in the numbers way too much. And there's even a post in the forums of Blizzard explaining what they did with him, and they know he's undertuned. They said, yeah, he's going to be a lot weaker now, but we need to figure out where to place him because the cleave is such a huge playstyle change, and they're just undertuning him first. But
Yeah,
it's a very good
place to start.
Yeah, it's a very good playstyle change because when you're a Malthael, if you had Torrent of Souls on cooldown, you felt like a half mass boner. You had no power in this team fights. You felt terrible because his E is too easy to dodge, and you're not safe to spread your trait to anyone but a Tyrael, and he felt bad. So it's a much better playstyle change now that he has a cleave for his auto attack. Much easier to spread his trait around. But they know he's undertuned. They want you to play with him anyways to see what it's like, and then they'll change numbers as they get more data on him.
What was that?
That
was that
was a
sound?
fart noise.
Oh,
While I do a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Well, it's a good playstyle change. Like I really like that. His cleave is necessary. Now his trait is able to be spread.
Well,
But
like Scott said, I don't play him, so it's good.
I do play him, so it's bad. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's at times he can be stupidly hard to kill. You know, there are some games where you have a bunch of bursts and you can burst them down, but if he's last picked and your whole team went sustained damage, you're not killing him when he tormented souls into your team. You just don't have the damage to kill him. So I like that he's a little bit squishier.
He's squishier, and also they just changed his playstyle. Now his trait can spread much more easily.
Yeah, I mean, I said in the notes, I think he's going to be a lot more like Lunara, where he does more spread damage, but just doesn't hit as hard, which probably makes him not very good for a melee assassin.
Yep,
I'm okay with that personally.
Yeah.
okay. Are we good with the
Yeah. Yeah. Also,
we're good?
do all of our fans know Mateo is Malthael? Because what if we have new listeners? Screw that.
Yeah,
Close
whatever.
enough, right?
Yeah, it's close enough. They should be able to figure it out, right? There's only 3 characters that got changed, pretty much.
All right.
All right. Anyway,